So, should you watch Isekai Yakkyoku, or otherwise known as Parallel World Pharmacy? And I have the pleasure to report to you guys today. I think the answer to this question is absolutely yes. But the caveat there is Summer Anime 2022 is filled with a monstrous number of brand new anime this season. And I'm talking about anime like Call of the Night, okay? I'm talking about anime, and I have it on my list here, like anime like My Isekai Life, anime like Harem and Labyrinth, My Stepmom's Daughter's My Ex, Black Summoner, When Will Ayamu Make Her Move, Uncle from Another World. And then you top on that, Overlord Season 4, Danmachi Season 4, right? You have all these different anime that are existing this season. Should you fit this in your repertoire, in your list of anime that you're watching every week? Now, the one thing I will say is Sundays, this premieres on Sundays on Crunchyroll at 6:30 a.m. or, depending what part of the world or the nation you're in, it could be, 7:30 or 8:30 a.m. So this premieres every Sunday morning. And should you fit it in there? Well, I will say right now, Sundays are pretty barren. So if you don't do a whole lot on Sundays, I will say that, yeah, this could definitely be one that makes your day a little bit better. Now, the caveat there is, do you like slice of life anime? Do you like isekai anime? Do you like easygoing anime? And if the answer to those questions are yes, then I think this anime might be for you, because this one really impressed me. Now, there's been no shortage of pharmaceutical pharmacy type anime in the past 2 years. I would say it's like 2020. There has been an uptick on pharmaceutical related anime. And during my top 10, should you watch video, I made the joke about Parallel World Pharmacy of, and just pharmaceutical anime in general, that there must be a growing profession of pharmacists in Japan, and therefore people are getting inspired to write about said things that occur in other worlds. And I would think that I think the best pharmacy type related one has been The Saint's Power is Omnipotent. That one you might not really consider, but if you think about it, in that specific anime, the main character there ends up working for a pharmaceutical medicinal type related thing. And I would say that's probably the best one so far. The ones we've gotten after have been pretty bad, to be honest, because they're typically isekai and pharmaceutical related, and they've been pretty bad. Now, I would say Parallel World Pharmacy really kicked the ass of episode 1 and really kicked the ass of setting the tone and what you can expect going forward. So this story involves this person named Kanji Yukatani, okay? And he was a 31-year-old, world-renowned, famous researcher. And he was researching medicine, and he was one of the best in the entire world. He was doing this in Japan, and he had a huge repertoire, a huge backlog of patients that he has saved because he was able to invent brand new medicine that just simply did not exist in the world. What was the thing driving him? Well, his driving force to do this was, at some point when he was around 10 years old, he lost his little sister to a incurable disease. And because he lost his little sister, and during his loss of said little sister, it was said that the medicine that she would have needed, didn't exist, or the medicine that was currently available wasn't up to snuff. So he lost his little sister, and that motivated him through life. But it motivated him to the nth degree, to where he became 100% completely obsessed with it. And it ended up driving him to death, because this man wouldn't sleep. He would eat, breathe medicine. He would eat and breathe his work, so much so that he was basically like a walking corpse. And so much so that during his different intervals of creating medicine, he even wrote on his hand medicine created at 3:30, demonstrated at 4:40, and then he went to go take a nap, a 45-minute nap. This dude would take little naps at intervals and basically live off of junk food and energy jellies. And that's obviously not a way to live. Basically living off of junk food and monsters all day, essentially, to keep himself awake and to keep himself there and attuned to what he was doing. So he ends up taking a nap and passing away. His body's finally able to take a moment to just relax, and it overly relaxes, and homie dies. When he wakes up, he finds himself in another world. He is now a 10-year-old named Pharma, who is a child of a world renowned in this. He wakes up in a brand new world. He gets isekai in a brand new world. He wakes up as this kid named Pharma, who was recently hit by lightning. Effing lightning, y'all. Who gets hit by lightning, gets a patch, get these two scars on his side, which normally people who are hit by lightning, they get these spider webs in their skin. But instead here, these are marks of a specific god in this world. And he discovers that he's part of a family of pharmacists, or part of a family of medicinal people, right? And he finds out that he is in a world where they have what's called divine arts, which is essentially magic, that blessings are given through, I think they call them deities, but there's specific gods that are worshipped in this world, and these gods bestow upon people these specific powers that they have. And he discovers that he is the kid in this family, but he finds out that he has a younger sister, which he's very excited about. He finds out he has an older brother, and then he has parents as well in this world. And he finds out that he has been up to this point being trained in pharmaceutical related stuff. He has been memorizing all the everything medicinal in this world. He's been memorizing, and he quickly finds out that the medicine in this world is kind of I don't want to say old. It was old times, medieval, 1700s, 1800s, maybe even before that. The medicine in this world is based on history from our world, but a long time ago. So he has a pretty good familiarity with it, and he can bring a lot to the table here. And then after he kind of discovers that, he goes out to train with this girl named, what's her name? Elma or Elmi or Elma or something like that. Or Ellen. He goes out to train with this girl named Ellen, who is someone who is assigned by his father. And we quickly find out that his magic is to the nth degree. He was bestowed by this god some ridiculous powers. And we find out that he doesn't have a shadow, and he has the god's power where he can see certain diseases or medicinal related things inside of people's body just by focusing on them. He freaks out this Ellen girl. She runs away. I was thoroughly impressed with episode 1, and I was thoroughly impressed with this anime so far. And a lot of times you might be saying whoa, how can you recommend or not recommend an anime based on episode 1? And in my mind, I'm going to continue to continue to bury this in the anime community. Episode 1 is the make or break for any anime out there. It is the thing that sets the tone, sets the characters, sets the world, and gives you a reason to watch or not. It's the one thing that in Japan especially, most, if not all anime is still televised, which means that it has a time slot, 11:30, 12:30, 4:30, 5:30. And episode 1 is the thing to make someone's decision of, should I watch after school? Do I study or do I watch Parallel World Pharmacy? Oh, do I go to, I have my work shift at 8:30, but I can sneak this in as I'm getting ready. People have to work around their lives to watch this in Japan. And even here in a season where we have 16 brand new anime, episode 1 determines, do you watch instead of something else, or do you watch next week? Do you make time for it? Episode 1 decides that. And I think episode 1 here really came out and showed what this anime is going to be about. It's going to be easygoing anime with somebody who has a lot of power that's never been seen in this world, who's going to revolutionize the medicinal pharmaceutical industry here, and who we're going to have a lot of cute characters surrounding it. And this boy is going to live a life that he could have never imagined was a possibility in the world that he came from. Here, he's going to be able to save a lot of people. And I think that is compelling, and I think that is cute, and I am very excited for it. Will I be covering it here every single week? No. But should you watch it? Absolutely yes. All right. Did you watch episode 1? If so, put it down in the comments below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. And let me know, are you going to be watching Parallel World Pharmacy this season? All right, my friends, from me to you, I appreciate you being here. I'll see you on the next anime video, like the ones on screen right now. Those are a bunch of episode 1 reviews for this season in summer 2022. All right, see you next week, or another day, or another week. See you next video. Peace.